ARP makes the best fasteners in the world. It doesn't matter if it has wheels, a rudder, or 6-foot tall tires. ARP holds everything together. Making the best fasteners is only a part of holding everything together. They also have to be installed correctly. That means getting the correct preload every time. That's what you get with ARP Ultra-Torque, the brand new fastener assembly lubricant that takes the guesswork out of torquing fasteners. ARP Ultra-Torque gets you within 5% of the specified preload on the first cycle, every time. And we've got the data to back it up. We compared oil, moly, and EPL to ARP Ultra-Torque, and the results weren't even close. Just take a look and see how far off these three are on the first torque cycle, and how many cycles it takes to get to the target preload of 18,000 pounds. Now, let's look at ARP Ultra-Torque. The preload on the first cycle is 17,928 pounds. That's only a 0.4% variance. The preload on the other 9 cycles all stayed within 5% of the target. That cycle-to-cycle repeatability just doesn't exist with any other fastener assembly lube. That's the direct result of the extensive testing and development of ARP Ultra-Torque. One of the other reasons for developing ARP Ultra-Torque was to make sure that any group of critical fasteners would have the same installed preload. Whether you're installing a cylinder head, line honing main journals or cylinder bores, or tightening rod bolts, consistent fastener preloads are critical to all engine machining, assembly procedures, and ultimately performance. That's why our second test compared the preloads on a group of 10 fasteners using the same 3 lubricants. As you can see, oil, moly, and EPL didn't even come close to the target preload. They were off by as much as 32%. But what's worse is the preload scatter, that's the variation in preload between fasteners, was huge, ranging from 11 to 24%. What do you think that kind of variance would do to your cylinder bore and main and rod journals? Let's just say it isn't pretty. ARP Ultra-Torque established the preload on all 10 studs to within 5% of the 18,000 pound target on the first cycle. That's the level of repeatability you need for consistently round cylinders, main journals, and rod journals. We also made sure ARP Ultra-Torque stays where you apply it. It's the only one of the lubricants tested that has a melting point above normal engine operating temperatures. This means no more thread galling on disassembly. Plus, it's 100% metal and moly free, and it demonstrates excellent wear resistance. ARP Ultra-Torque is simply the most consistent fastener assembly lubricant ever made. It was developed to make sure you achieve the correct preload on the first cycle every time. The other lubes don't even come close.